The entire Premier League is buzzing about Hugo Ekitike and his 22 goals from last season. People are saying he'll revolutionize Liverpool's attack and could become the new standard for strikers in England. They're claiming that Hugo will outscore Erling Haaland next year. Then there's Victor Gyökeres, who arrived after scoring an astonishing 97 goals over 2 seasons at Sporting. He's being hyped up as the future destroyer of all defenses. And now the talk is all about who will score more goals: Mohamed Salah, Gyökeres, Alexander Isak, or Hugo, as if no one else even matters. But in all this chatter, one player somehow remains in the shadows. And it's not just disrespect, it's outright absurd, because we're talking about Erling Haaland here. His numbers don't just speak for themselves, they shout. Over the course of his career, Haaland has scored 310 professional goals, 127 for Manchester City, 86 for Borussia Dortmund, 48 for the Norway national team, 29 for RB Salzburg, and 20 for Molde. Every single stage of his career has been filled with records. In the Premier League alone, he's already bagged 88 goals. And in the Champions League, he scored 49 goals in 50 matches, making him one of the top 10 all-time scorers in the competition. He's also the fastest player to reach 50 goal contributions in England. He has completely redefined the word efficiency. A hat trick against Crystal Palace, another against Nottingham Forest, another one against Manchester United, 3 in a row. No one has ever done 3 consecutive hat tricks in the Premier League before. Haaland scores every 85 minutes, which is the best rate in history. Wherever he has played, at whatever level, Haaland has left his mark. 9 goals against Honduras in the U20 World Cup. Magical nights in the Champions League with Salzburg. And that day when Pep Guardiola subbed him off after 5 goals against Leipzig, denying him the chance to break Messi's record, well, that only cemented Haaland's legend. The Premier League is full of hype machines, and now there's this desperate push to crown a new king of goals. Some point to Hugo Ekitike. Sure, he's talented, promising, but let's be honest, he's nowhere near Haaland. In his first season at City, Haaland scored 52 goals in 50 matches. That's a Premier League record. Now, take Victor Gyökeres. His numbers in Portugal were monstrous. 54 goals in 52 games for Sporting. Respect. He's a machine. But dig a little deeper and you'll see that 39 of those goals came in the Portuguese league. Not in England, not under the pressure of Anfield, Old Trafford, or the Etihad. His physicality, which was intimidating in Portugal, doesn't seem as menacing in England. And of course, there's Alexander Isak, the most expensive forward in Premier League history. Last season, he scored 23 goals for Newcastle. But what did Haaland do during that time? Just 22 goals and 3 assists in the Premier League last season. Overall, 34 goals and 5 assists. And yet, people act like he's slowing down. Even his worst season is better than the best season of nearly every other striker who gets more praise. So let's cut the illusions. I don't think there's any striker in the world who's going to outscore him. He's no longer respected because his greatness has become routine. When you see something incredible week in and week out, you stop calling it incredible. You just take it for granted. Haaland already has a record, a 7-match streak of scoring in the Premier League, tying legends like Mo Salah, Thierry Henry, and Alan Shearer. And if anyone can break it, it's the Norwegian machine. Some experts claim he only finishes passes or waits for the ball, but that's the beauty of Haaland. He remains an unapologetically pure striker. What's interesting is that he's never scored on a Monday. It's the only day when defenders can catch their breath. People act like they're looking past him, but the hunger is still there. His ambitions are alive and records are within reach. He's only 25 years old and already has 88 Premier League goals. To catch Alan Shearer's record of 260, he needs 172 more. But with his consistency, physicality, and relentless mentality, nothing suggests he won't achieve it. The only question is how quickly he'll do it. And that should worry every defender, every expert, and every so-called rival forward in the league. Because Haaland is not slowing down. He's just getting started. This dominance is no accident. At 1.95 meters tall, Haaland combines strength with explosive speed, a killer instinct, and ice-cold composure in front of goal. He has all the traits of the perfect center forward. He uses his body to shield the ball and bring teammates into play. He has the speed and clever movement to break past defenders. He can create chances on his own and finish with either foot or his head. But most of all, he's a pure goal scorer. And the way he finishes is so clinical, it almost feels unreal. His movement is just as deadly as his finishing. Haaland isn't afraid to drop deep, collect the ball, shift it to a teammate on the wing, and then immediately explode into space with those huge strides that defenders can't keep up with. He generates immense power with the smallest of movements, turning half chances into clinical goals while everyone else is still trying to figure out which has happened. His combination of technique and unshakable confidence makes him the most outstanding goal scorer of his generation. Haaland has proven that he can adapt to nearly any tactical setup, whether it's a 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, or 3-4-2-1. In every system, he plays the same ruthless role, staying high, close to the goal, living in the penalty box. His mere presence forces central defenders to drop deeper, stretching the defensive block and creating space for playmakers. At Borussia Dortmund, it was Julian Brandt and Marco Reus. For the Norway national team, it's Martin Odegaard. At Manchester City, it's Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, and now even Tijani Reinders. All of them benefit from the space Haaland creates. When Haaland pulls defenders back and makes runs behind their backs, the attacking midfielder gets space between the lines to combine with central midfielders or wingers. He uses his body as a shield to protect the ball and holds the pass just long enough for players like Reinders, Ryan Cherki, Omar Marmoush, or Phil Foden to burst forward. These simple yet effective layoffs often trigger destructive counterattacks for City. It's clear why Haaland is impossible to stop. He's not just a static forward waiting in the box. He's a complete striker, capable of breaking down defensive structures, creating chances for his teammates, and finishing attacks with a level of efficiency that no one else can match. Yet, it seems that experts never tire of undervaluing him. Week after week in the circus of English football, someone feels the need to downplay his contribution. Take Roy Keane, for instance, who mocked Haaland by saying that he looked like a League Two player. Like so many others, he was silenced by the numbers because Haaland answered every criticism not with words, but with goals. Every time someone tries to draw him into debates with a new star forward, Haaland responds with another record. No one's claiming Haaland is a complete player like Messi or Ronaldo were in their prime. But when it comes to the one true currency for strikers, goals, Haaland is comfortably sitting at the same table as them. And still, experts keep looking for stories elsewhere. They hype up Isak, Gyökeres, or Ekitike. It's laughable. Stop comparing them to Haaland. There's no comparison. They're not even in the same conversation, let alone the same stratosphere. The only Premier League player who can even be mentioned in the same breath as him is Mohamed Salah. But they play different roles, and comparing them would be unfair. Enough with the disrespect and the false comparisons. Haaland is not here to compete with Ekitike or Isak. He's here to compete with Messi and Ronaldo for the most goals scored. And the scary part is, he's only 25, and he's just getting started. Mark these words. If he stays at City, Haaland won't just dominate, he will rewrite the entire history of the Premier League. Let us know in the comments how many goals you think Haaland will score this season. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Until next time.